anti-zombie properties. Teeth check. We're so over that. Hey everyone, today I am doing my July favorites and unfavorite. Just one. Let me just say I have had quite the struggle today. I was trying to use my new camera, new lens, new fancy everything. It did not work out. I need some kind of like camera genius to come in here and just be like, okay, this goes here, this goes here. This is how things will be now. Because I'm trying. I'm really trying. So frustrating. I guess that's kind of an unfavorite. But you know what? Maybe that will be an inspiration. I will set the goal for August. I will conquer the new camera. Leighann, the camera conqueror. Moving right along, I do have a bunch of favorites and an unfavorite to share with you, and it's actually pretty exciting because I have a new podcast favorite. I used to have new podcast favorites like every single month. I don't know, that might have been like a year or two ago, but I finally found a new podcast that I'm super obsessed with, and I'm very excited to tell you guys about it. But first, let's talk about makeup. My first favorite is this NYX Conceal Correct Contour Palette. It's a palette with 6 shades of cream colors, and I guess these middle ones would be contour shades. I don't know who this would be a contour shade for. It's kind of just orange, but maybe someone, not me. Anyway, the shade that I am most in love with out of this whole palette, and I've started using it every single day, is this nice kind of light pinky kind of salmon-y blush color. Not blush color. I use it under my eyes because I basically have like a zombie situation under my eyes. No other part of my body is rotting off, but my under eyes, they're going fast. So this color completely cancels it out. If you want to see the power of this under my eyes, I uploaded a new drugstore foundation routine video a couple of weeks ago, and if you didn't see that, go back. I'll link it down below and you can see the anti-zombie properties that this concealer has. It's so amazing. I've been really, really happy with it. I have used this dark contour color just like a little bit, and I do like it, and these two colors are good for concealing, but I do have another favorite that I use more often. But overall, this is definitely a worth it product. Next up, I'm gonna go really quickly over these because I feel like I just talked about them because I just did like a whole review slash swatch video. These are the Balm Meet Matte Hughes Long Lasting Liquid Lipsticks, and I did lip swatches for all 8 shades, and it was brutal. My lips nearly came off. Hallelujah, they're still with us and still wearing one of these colors. Today I'm wearing the color Adoring. It's like the deepest, darkest color, and like a Merlot wine color, and I really, really, really like it. The shade range isn't insane by any means, but I love them because every single shade looks great on me. Even the shade that I don't really like, Honest, that's never happened to me before. I have such bad luck with lip colors. Like half the shades I ever try in my life, I have to immediately wipe off because I think it makes me look like a dead person, or it makes my teeth look like bright yellow, and somehow none of these do that. There's 2 reds that are both amazing. I could go on and on. I'm not gonna go on and on because I just did a whole video about it. If you wanna see the full review and all the colors on my lips, it's definitely worth it. Go watch that video. It's a good one. Next up, this favorite is more of like a technique favorite. I saw a video on Goss Makeup Artist, like I feel like it was years ago, about this technique, and then more recently I saw Sam Sherman do a video about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try that. Basically, the technique is you put on your primer and then you use a super fine translucent powder over that, just a little bit, and then you go in with your foundation, and it makes it last so much longer, and it kind of keeps it from like slipping and sliding and like going into creases and stuff like that, and it really works. It sounds crazy, but it totally works. I don't think it's supposed to be like an everyday thing, but I've been doing it like every single day. The powder that I've been using is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Poreless Finish HD Micro Powder, and I use just like a giant fluffy brush, and I just use like a little bit, not like a full powdering, but just enough to kind of like make it a bit matte. If you guys want to see how I do that, I mean, I know there's like other videos that already exist. I've already mentioned those. But if you guys want to see me do it, I'd be more than happy to do that. So comment below if you want to see that, thumbs up, something like that. Let me know, because I totally will. The sun is going down and I'm so worried. I'm sorry if the lighting is horrible. I'm trying. My next favorite are these lashes. I didn't really think that through, but I'm wearing them, so hopefully I have a photo to share with you. They're the House of Lashes Siren lashes. I've worn them in a couple videos, and I've also worn them on Instagram, and I've gotten a lot of questions. I normally don't go for super pricey lashes, and these aren't like crazy pricey, but I did spend more than I usually would spend on lashes, but I've really been loving them, and they're a different shape than I usually go for. Usually I go for like the half lashes. They're like super flared on the ends and not too serious on the inside, and these are definitely like shorter on the outer and inner corners, and then they go crazy wispy in the middle. They're crazy dramatic. The band is invisible, and that's definitely really important to me. I feel like if it has like a really solid thick band, they're just really hard to work with, and I do not have space in my life for difficult lashes because lashes are already difficult, and I just can't. And last, this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. I know, the entirety of YouTube has already tried this, loved it, and moved on, and I am so late to the party, but you know what? I still have to talk about it because it's almost like whenever you watch a movie like that was super popular 5 years ago and everybody watched it then, but for some reason you did it, and then you finally watch it and you're like, hey guys, that actually is really good. And you're so excited because you want to talk about it, but everybody's already like, we're so over that. Like, we already talked about that like 800 times. You weren't there, whatever. That's basically me with this palette. I gotta tell you why I love it. It is like an all-in-one palette. I got it at Sephora. It's definitely more on the pricey side for me, but it was totally worth it because, okay, I'll tell you, it's all matte, all the shades are super pigmented, and it's just like, if I'm running out the door and I didn't have time to do my eyeshadow, I just grab this. It's everything I need. There are light shades that are perfect for highlighting or all over the lid. There's this shade right here, which dare I say is better than Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek. I know. It's just the perfect transition shade all over the crease, and then you can go with whatever. It makes blending so much easier. Also, there's this really beautiful kind of like super reddy brown, like basically just red. I have it all over my eyes today. I use this in like almost all of my eye looks lately, and it's amazing. There's a super pigmented matte black, this kind of like gray mucky brown. Amazing. I could go on and on. I don't think that I have to. I've just been loving it so much, and I'm actually giving away one of these palettes. I've been loving it so much I want to give one away in case any of you guys are late to the party too. I don't know if the giveaway video is already up or it's coming up next. So keep an eye out or check the description below for the link. I am not an organized person. We know this. And finally, my podcast favorite is called Note to Self. I have been a long-time listener to Radio Lab, and they actually featured an episode of Note to Self on Radio Lab, and that's when I found it. It was an episode called, I believe, Eye in the Sky, and it was so interesting. I don't totally know how to describe this podcast, but it's definitely like, I listen to kind of comedy, interviews, and then I also listen to a lot of like nonfiction, kind of sciencey, techy, learny kind of podcasts, and it's definitely in that category. You know what? I'm just gonna look up and try to see how they describe it because I am failing. Host Manoush Zomorodi talks with everyone from big-name techies to elementary school teachers about the effects of technology on our lives in a quest for smart choices that will help you think and live better. That sounds kind of self-helpy, and I don't really see it like that. Like, sometimes there are things like that, but I don't know. I've gotten a lot out of it, and I really enjoy it, and if you guys are looking for a new podcast to listen to, I definitely suggest it. Let them know I sent you, if that's even possible. I don't know. I hope you guys like it though. My one unfavorite, and this is a YouTube made me do it because I feel like I've seen everybody and their pet squirrel using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I've been using it like on and off for the past 2 months-ish, and I just don't like it. It just doesn't really do much for me. And I think like if you use this, you have to use another concealer with it. I think it looks kind of yuck under the eyes. I don't think it really covers zits very well. It's just, I don't know. I don't see what everybody else sees in this Oh wow. And next up for my magical moment, I was really stressed out this month, honestly, and I actually didn't have any huge life event happen at all, but I think that, I don't know, I think my best day out of the whole month was 4th of July. If you've been keeping up with my vlog channel, it's Leighann Vlogs. I hope that you are. I really hope you guys watch and subscribe over there. I have a whole vlog about my 4th of July, and it wasn't very, I don't know, patriotic, is that weird to say? But I just had such a good time and it was really relaxing. And I really hope you guys had a good month. If you had a magical moment that you'd like to share with me, I would love it if you did. You can comment down below and tell me all about it. You can also find me a lot of other places on the internet. It's LeighAnnSays absolutely everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, Snapchat, absolutely everywhere. I love hearing from you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you have, thank you so much. You are my people and I love you. And as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone. You weren't there, whatever. You didn't want it. Now you want it. It sounds crazy. Sorry. Inside joke within my own head. But you actually can, if you're really careful, reapply these and it won't look too chunky, because whenever since it doesn't feel super thick and it isn't a super thick product on your lips,